So I just woke up and we're about to make breakfast. I just made a cup of coffee and then we're gonna go out and do some garden chores today. I have quite a bit that needs done in the garden. Okay guys, so I've been working the past hour to extend my garden and I've been using the hoe and then I'm gonna go back through with the tiller. But as you can see, my garden ended right there and I extended it out that way. So it's quite a bit bigger now. I still need to finish digging out that little area right there. Hey guys, so I just wanted to take you through the garden really quickly and just give you an update on what's going on. We're gonna set up my composting bin and rain barrel, and I'll just show you around what I've been doing in the garden because I haven't really done an update in a while, and I just wanted to show you guys what we have going on. So let's go do that. So starting with my actual garden space, I've been working the soil. As you can see, this part of the soil's been worked and this hasn't, and I've just been cleaning up a bit. My onions have started to pop up. And I just cleaned this area up and moved my grow tower back because it was sitting right here and I moved it back. And then I kind of weeded this area up a little bit. I still needed to clean it up a bit. And I planted out my grow tower today. I planted the strawberries out. And then some spinach, lettuce, and kale I planted out in these bottom layers. So this, I think I'm gonna screw some pots into here and use it as like a vertical garden. This is my carrot bin, and the carrots are starting to do really well. They're popping up here and there. And then I have 4 potato bins along here, and they all have little potatoes sprouting out of them. These are my trellises that I'm going to plant some indeterminate tomatoes, and they're gonna climb the trellises. And I need to clean up this whole area right here because it's kind of messy. So here is my geo bin that I'm gonna set up back there. I have a thermometer. And then this barrel right here, I don't have anything planted in yet. I think I'm gonna put some herbs and stuff in here. And then this one, I just have a few flowers. And they've really taken off. Each of these only had one little flower on them when I planted them. And now they have several. Super pretty. This is my greenhouse. So I might do a greenhouse tour pretty soon. But I just have a bunch of my seedlings and stuff growing in here. This is empty, but I'm going to put herbs and things in it. It's going to be like an herb tower. I got another blackberry bush. This one is the Darrow blackberry. And I'm still deciding where I want to plant him. I was thinking along that fence, but so here's how the sunlight works. The sun rises this way and then it travels all along and it ends right there. So that whole line of the fence doesn't get any sunlight during the day. Like the sunlight ends where my potato bins are, and this line along here gets no sunlight. So that's why I'm kind of worried about planting my indeterminate tomatoes here. But I don't know. We'll see. Then I just have my blackberry bush that I planted last year. And it's doing really well. My blueberries, this bush is really starting to get some leaves and turn green. and this one is getting a few as well. But this one down here doesn't really look too hot right now. This one is looking the best so far. And these are North Country blueberry bushes, and that one's pink popcorn. I'm super excited for this compost bin, so hopefully I can figure this out. Okay, so that took a minute. Basically, you just want to lock it in place with these little keys. You want one on the top, one on the bottom, and one on the middle. And then there's two other keys for the excess flap to put on the top and bottom. And I just put a couple of stones in here to help hold it apart for now until it gets a little bit filled up. Okay guys, so I had to move my trays of more cold tolerant plants inside because we had like a random burst of frost come through, and I'm glad I did because I left a few of my tomatoes out there and some of my squash, and none of them made it, which I'll show you guys later. But this window might be a little bit too bright, but I have some grow lights on the back of the plants, and then they have this window. So I brought in my peppers. I have a couple of squash plants that I brought in. All of my tomatoes, some jalapenos down here, and I have lavender, chamomile, calendula. My onions could have stayed outside, but you know, they were already in this tray, so I just grabbed the tray and took it inside. I have all of my Roma tomatoes. I have my indeterminate tomatoes over here. And then I have my seeds back here that I saved from last year. So I took all of these inside, and they're just sitting up on this shelf in Everly's room. And then we had another tragic accident. So my cat jumped up here and knocked both of my aloe plants down. And one of the jars completely busted. And like a ton of the little branches, or whatever you want to call them, got broken off. So I need to repot these, and hopefully they'll make it. But a lot of damage was done, and I am going to use these little pieces that broke off. I'm going to make like a violet and aloe gel out of them since they already broke off. But yeah, it's just a little bit sad because they're just sitting in this pot right now. They're not even like, so I need to do something with these. And then I will also show you guys outside what happened to some of my plants that got attacked by the frost. Hey guys, it's me again, and I'm out here in the garden right now just getting ready to check on my greenhouse, and I wanted to show you guys some of the damage that the frost did. Because, okay, so my potatoes got a little bit of frost damage, and then the things that I left in the greenhouse that aren't really cold hardy, they died. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So I left my squash out and also some tomatoes, and as you can see, they all died. And like this really weird green substance, like algae or something, is forming in here. So I need to replant all of this. My sunflower made it though, so that's pretty exciting. Then I have a few other sunflowers in here that made it as well. All of my lettuce obviously did. Then I have some oregano, a little bit of parsley, and then my basil back here also made it. My aloe plants, I need to repot those because they had a little bit of damage. I think I'm gonna put it in here, maybe. One of these pots. I have some pretty big pots in here that I can throw them in. Hopefully they're not damaged too badly. So I'm just gonna start repotting these aloe plants. I don't know if this is the best potting soil for them or not, but it's all I have right now, so I'm just gonna put them in there and hope for the best. If they start dying, I can just use them in other little projects, so I guess it's not the end of the world. Okay, so I just filled them up a little bit. I might put some of this in here as well. This azomite, I don't know if this is good for them or not. I don't know much about aloe plants, honestly. The only other time I've had these, I also killed them, so maybe you shouldn't really take my advice on the aloe plants. Okay, so you can see here that this leaf is just kind of dead, so I'm gonna just go ahead and chop it down there. This one feels a little dead too, but I might give it a minute to bounce back. And this one over here is really damaged, so I'm also going to cut that one off. This one looks really bad. I don't know if this one's gonna bounce back or not. Hopefully it will. I don't know, it's looking really damaged. I might cut this one off too. I don't know. This one, yeah. Okay, most of this one's really damaged, so I don't know if it's gonna bounce back. But I'm going to use these for something, so don't worry about that. I don't know if I should cut this one or not. I don't know much about aloe plants. I'm probably really just killing it. Okay, so this is what I have left here. This is probably gonna die. This one probably will survive, but we'll see. So yeah, that's that. And then I'm going to go ahead and repot some of my sunflowers while I'm out here. Okay, so I just want to take you guys over to see the potatoes now because they have a lot of frost damage on the tips. And from everything that I read, they should bounce back. Like the top leaves will die off and then they should send up new leaves, and that's what I'm hoping for. If you guys know, comment down, leave a comment below if you know if this is true or not, or do I have to dig them up and completely replant them? That honestly wouldn't be ideal, but I will do it if I have to. So yeah, I think it's gonna get pretty cold tonight again too, and then after that I'll move the plants back outside because it's not supposed to dip down into colder temperatures for a while after that. So hopefully they'll be okay if I move them back outside. And our last expected frost date is next Saturday, so I'm excited for that. Okay, so this is what my potatoes look like right now. They all kind of died in the frost, so I'm hoping that the potatoes will just send up new leaves or they'll bounce back. The carrots are doing good, and so are the onions. So anyways, guys, I think that's gonna be it for this little garden vlog or whatever. I know it was kind of random and all over the place, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyways. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.